Today, the 16th match of the T20 World Cup will be played between South Africa and the Netherlands at the Nassau County International Stadium in New York. Before we delve into today's match, let's recap the recent encounters between Afghanistan versus New Zealand and Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. Afghanistan, batting first, scored 159 runs in 20 overs with standout performances from Gurbaz, who scored a brilliant 80, and Ibrahim Zadran, who contributed with 44 runs. In a surprising turn of events, New Zealand's entire team was all out for just 75 runs, resulting in an 84-run victory for Afghanistan, with Rahmanullah Gurbaz being named player of the match. In the Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh match, Sri Lanka scored 124 runs batting first, but Bangladesh chased down the target with an over to spare, marking Sri Lanka's second consecutive defeat in this World Cup. Turning to today's match, South Africa faces the Netherlands. While both the teams are entering the game with victories from their previous matches, the Netherlands defeated Nepal and South Africa triumphed over Sri Lanka. Historically speaking, the teams have clashed twice in the T20s, each securing one win. However, South Africa faces a concern as the Netherlands has bested them in their last two World Cup encounters, both in the ODI World Cup 2024 and the T20 World Cup 2022. This sets the stage for a potentially thrilling contest today. Joining us to discuss this exciting match will be our special guest, but I'm going to toss over to my colleague Sunil, who's going to take things up from here.
Thank you, Vineet. It's a fantastic day out here in very close to ICC headquarters in Dubai. Well, we've got excitement all around because the kind of players that we have with us who've joined will be talking a lot more about the big summit clash between India and Pakistan that happens tomorrow. But today, we will keep our focus on the Netherlands match against South Africa. Must realize that Netherlands have been playing really well, and they've been guided under the tutelage of Ryan Cook, who's the understudy of Gary Kirsten here. Well, again, I've got some brilliant guests who are here with us. Of course, Shahzad Altaf, who's the former UAE and who also holds the world record for bowling the most economical 10-over spell in the 1996 World Cup with 10 overs and 15 runs. We also have Fahad Nawaz, who's the opener of the UAE team, of course, who's also... Sorry about that. There was the airport where we are. We also have Noel David, who's joined us in the special broadcast. Again, but to begin the session, let's start with inviting Mr. Shahzad Altaf and ask him about, is the associate members game actually there, or are they here to just spoil the party? Mr. Shahzad Altaf.
We are here for the... Oh, 1 second. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be here, associate. The parties are here that Fahad Nawaz is with me. He was with me from a long time, the Cricket Academy. And for that, this associate member, like Holland, Netherlands teams, for many years, they are playing very good cricket from the... Hello? Hello?
There seems to be some communication problem, technical issues out there. I'd like to move on to Tanmay. Tanmay, if you can hear us, he's played the 2011 World Cup in India. Tanmay, if you can hear us.
Yeah.
For Kenya.
Go on.
Tanmay,
Yeah,
hi.
go on. Hi.
You have played for the Kenya team at the World Cup. Just tell us about your opinion and views about how the associate members are coming of age.
I think associate cricket has grown over the years. I still remember the 96 World Cup when Kenya beat West Indies. And then in the 99 World Cup, we still had Kenya. In 2003, Kenya went to the semi-finals. And then in 2007, there was an associate cricket association made whereby Netherlands, Ireland, ourselves Canada, and Scotland. That was the group. Afghanistan wasn't there. In 2011, Afghanistan also got into the picture. And
That's right.
with regular cricket and regular support, we've always given credit to Asian Cricket Council. And you look at the growth in Asian subcontinent, and even if you look at it in Europe, where England supports Netherlands and England, the sort of support Ireland and Scotland have got throughout from England, and the support Afghanistan has got and Nepal has got from Asian Cricket Council, you look at the game, it has grown largely. Today, we've got players from associate nations playing in some of the biggest T20 leagues in the world. And you can see the results. These results are not by chance or by fluke. They keep happening. It's no longer, when we say that, someone has upset someone. These are results on the basis of good 10, 12 years of hard work put in by the associations, and the associations that have been backed by bigger teams like India, England, So I'm not surprised to see the growth, and I'm happy. I'm a big supporter of associate cricket, and to see what USA did to Pakistan, it is a good advocate, it is a good advertisement for cricket in USA. And Afghanistan doing what they did the other day it just goes on to show that if you put in the hard yards, there's enough for associate cricket to go forward.
Well, very interesting point you made. Shahzad Altaf, who's played for the UAE at a senior level, and that too at the World Cup. Shahzad Saab, do you think that जो एकदम upsets हो रहे हैं, इससे वर्ल्ड कप का पूरा टॉपसी टर्वी हो गया, टेबल स्टैंडिंग ऊपर नीचे हो गई है, स्पेशली पाकिस्तान हारते हुए और अफगानिस्तान का दूसरा अपसेट आते हुए?
अभी देखा कि काफी अभी अपसेट होंगे कमिंग मैचेस में. अब लाइक हॉलैंड, आई डोंट नो व्हाट्स गुड मैच, हॉलैंड वर्सेस यूएसए, इट कैन बी अपसेट. और नेक्स्ट कमिंग मैचेस लाइक पाकिस्तान आयरलैंड मैच कैन बी अपसेट. For India, Pakistan match is very important match for tomorrow. If the Pakistan want to keep in the tournament, if they want to be in the tournament, it's a very important match for the Pakistan tomorrow. If they will win, they will be there. Otherwise, it's very difficult for Pakistan to be there in the tournament.
आपने देखा शहजाद साहब कि पाकिस्तान बड़े बड़े मैचेस को जीत जाती है, और जो इनकॉन्सिक्वेंशियल मैचेस होते हैं जिनका कुछ ज्यादा लगता नहीं है, वो एकदम डिफीट हो जाती है, जैसे हमने अभी देखा है. आपको क्या लगता है ये पिछले 2-3 साल में इज इट अ बिग प्रॉब्लम फॉर इन पाकिस्तान टीम को ओवरऑल कि उनके पास 5 ओपनर्स हैं और 3 विकेट कीपर्स हैं?
बिल्कुल ठीक है. पाकिस्तान के पास 5 फास्ट बॉलर खेल रहे हैं, 5 ओपनर्स खेल रहे हैं, उसमें से 3 विकेट कीपर खेल रहे हैं. मिडिल ऑर्डर पाकिस्तान के पास तो बिल्कुल है ही. आई डोंट नो ये एक ऐसी टीम लेकर गए कि जो टोटली ओपनर्स और फास्ट बॉलर के साथ खेल रही है, और कोई भी मैच्योर स्पिनर्स दे डोंट हैव इन द टीम.
वेल, ये देखा है. कमिंग बैक टू Tanmay, what do you think is the basic problem of Pakistan when you look at the summit clash and when you look at the bigger things going for the ICC, and suddenly this is one of the match that they're looking and they're keen at?
I think over the years we've seen there's a lot of inconsistency in their decision making, in their ability to back players. I mean, 6 months ago or 7 months ago, Babar Azam was the captain in the World Cup, and suddenly he was not the captain, and now he's the captain. That's just tip of the iceberg. There were a lot of talented players. I've been on the social media. I've heard some former Pakistan players talk about it, that the right sort of talent has not been given backing. And this is just not now. It's been over the course of lots of time. Pakistan has a rich history of cricket, and this is the same team, by the way, that played the finals in the last T20 World Cup. So for them to make the decision, and then you sort of saw that on the field when they were playing, a lot of inconsistency, a lot of basic errors that you don't expect from a top team. Extras, just in decision making, and like my panel pointed out, they've taken 3 keepers. It's an imbalanced squad. So yeah, they've really got it. They're up against it, and they're going to go into this game with a lot of pressure.
Well, talking about the players, there are big match players. On a certain day, they can come up. What do you think is their positives when you look at the Indo-Pak match? Because at least you want to fight in the 40-over match, and you don't want it to just fall flat. Tanmay?
I think you've got to understand one thing. This New York wicket that has been talked about most. Before we get to India-Pakistan players and everything, we saw the other day, I think India won the toss and their bowlers really had it easy against Ireland. And then we saw this one ball that sort of popped for Rohit and hit him on the shoulders. Now, there have been some concerns on the wicket. So whether we like it or not, I think the toss might play a bit crucial role, considering it's a morning start. So, and I'll be very honest with you, India-Pakistan rivalry, no matter how badly you've played the game before that, or no matter how good of a form you have, India-Pakistan games are India-Pakistan games. Those stats don't matter. They don't matter because it's on that particular day how 22 men, 11 each for their country, handle the pressure on that day. It doesn't make a difference whether Pakistan lost that match or if India has won it. On that particular day, I just believe the toss might be a bit crucial. ICC has made a statement that they are looking into the wicket and trying to do their best. But I still believe toss in the morning might be crucial. And I think Pakistan's bowling, we've always spoken about it, that they always rise up. And it is the Indian team batting. It's always going to be a contest with Indian batters versus the Pakistan bowling team for me.
वो आपके यहाँ पे प्रैक्टिस करके बड़े खेले हैं और उसके बाद अभी पाकिस्तान दोबारा लौट के टीम में शामिल है. वो कुछ कॉम्पोजिशन का बताइए और मोहम्मद उस्मान की बैटिंग के बारे में आप कुछ बताइए.
में खेलते थे काफी 3-4 साल से यूएई में खेलते हैं. ऑलमोस्ट उन्होंने क्वालिफाई भी कर लिया था to play for the यूएई. And suddenly, and he did very well in T10 and T20. Then he got the offer from Pakistan. So I think better he choose to play for Pakistan. And he's a very good player, and he should be, if he should go for opening, he is very suitable for Pakistan.
Well, यहाँ की जो पाकिस्तान और इंडिया टीम की कॉम्पोजिशन है, अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, दोनों के डिफरेंस क्या है? मतलब जैसे 20 ओवर को अप्रोच करते हैं, इंडिया के पास, आपके पास एकदम एक्सप्लोजन है पहले 3 ओवर्स पे, और पाकिस्तान के पास बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग है. आपको लगता है कि पाकिस्तान के पास अभी भी इतनी बॉलिंग है, फायर पावर है कि इतने बड़े बड़े बल्लेबाज रोहित, विराट जैसे बल्लेबाज को रोक सके?
अभी तक पाकिस्तान के पास जो अभी इस वक्त जो करंट बॉलिंग है, आई डोंट थिंक आप उसको कंपेयर कर सकते हो जो इससे 2-3 साल पहले पाकिस्तान टीम की जो बॉलिंग लाइन थी. अभी मेरे हिसाब से पाकिस्तान की बॉलिंग इज अ वेरी वीक, एक्सेप्ट वन शाहीन अफरीदी के अलावा कोई भी बॉलर ऐसा नहीं है जो कंटेन कर रहा है रन रेट.
Well, Tanmay, if you look at it from a fan's perspective, it looks very gloomy picture right now, as Shahzad Altaf Saab has already mentioned that the bowling is weak, the batting doesn't stand anywhere, and wicketkeeper seems to be mocked around in the social media for his weight and his inability to score. Do you think the fans are going to get little less firepower as compared to an Indo-Pak match for tomorrow? Your views?
India-Pakistan matches will always excite you. I'm literally getting goosebumps by just talking about it. I'm sure India-Pakistan, the people that are there in US are going to have a good time. Like Shehzad sir just said right now, but I just believe, if you've seen Sunil sir, that a lot of games that have been taken place and not a lot big scores have happened. The highest so far has been around 160. So I definitely think both teams are into play. Maybe Pakistan might come into this game with a bit of less confidence. But the fact that these wickets have a lot of juice, they have a lot to offer. And all 3 Pakistan bowlers, they bowl more than 140, 145. So they're definitely into the game because the way the wickets that are there in New York will help the fast bowlers. It has consistently helped. The other day, I think Ireland couldn't chase down 138, if I'm not mistaken, against Canada. So
that's right.
It's just I think Sunil, about 3 weeks ago we were complaining about the bat being heavy on the ball in the IPL, and now it's the other way around. So it's going to be an even contest. You've got to try get to 150. And that's going to be a winning total on this wicket. All right, anywhere around 150 to 170. So I think both teams are in form. I just want, from an Indian point of view, to see Virat and Rohit, take the mentor on for the first 12, 14 overs. And if you're talking about from Pakistani point of view, you would want, you remember 2017 Champions Trophy very clearly when
Absolutely.
Mohammad Amir got Rohit and Virat out and the game was open. So it's from Pakistani point of view, it's in that power play if they can get 3 early wickets. And from an Indian point of view, if you can get comfortably over power play, so the game gets evened out. But I still think on this wicket, bowlers from both teams are going to have a good say.
Absolutely. Do you think it's a great departure from what we saw at the IPL, where everything was just hit out and getting out of the park?
See, Sunil sir, I'm a batsman, so I don't enjoy what I'm watching in the World Cup. I'm more than happy seeing 250 scores and, seeing wickets that are flat, see some runs on it. But look, at the end of the day, both teams have to bat on the wickets that are given, and you have to be okay. Some days you get 250, some days you get 150. You accept the challenge and enjoy it. Only that, these small totals have these nail-biting finishes. So it keeps you a bit exciting. But yeah, I would like to see wickets a bit more flatter.
Well, wickets to be a bit more flatter. We'll get another bowler's view, Mr. Shahzad Altaf, if he's there with us still. Shahzad Altaf साहब, वो दिन थे जब आपने 10 ओवर में 15 रन देके 3 मेडन और 1 विकेट ली थी. क्या वो आपको लगता है मंजर अभी बड़ा दूर है हिंदुस्तान और वर्ल्ड क्रिकेट के लिए कि ये दौर वापस कभी आएगा जहां पे बॉलर्स का नाम चढ़ेगा?
वो तो एक सपना ही था. अभी ऐसे बॉलर मिलते हैं आपको जो 10 ओवर में रन देंगे. अभी तो अगर आपने 10 ओवर में 50 रन भी दे दिए तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. अभी आजकल का जो बॉलिंग स्टैंडर्ड है ना, आई डोंट थिंक वो उस टाइम में है.
Well, Tanmay, what do you expect it to be for tomorrow's the clash that we're talking about? Do you think 175 is a par score, or should we look at, and if India comes into bat and all goes well, 200 plus will be a good score for India?
Look, the wickets have not allowed that to happen, as much as we want what you're saying to be true. But I think the other day when Monak Patel for USA was playing, when he started off around 25, 26 runs of 24 balls. So that is how you want to be playing on these wickets, whereby you take a bit of time, and then once the ball stops moving around, then you sort of attack it. So I think it's important, we've spoken that anchor role is no longer in place of T20 cricket, but I think on these wickets, it comes back into play, whereby you have to be a bit more smarter in the early overs where the ball is moving a bit. I would still hope anywhere between 150 to 165 is going to be a winning total.
Fahad Nawaz, who's the opening player for the UAE team, also joins us. He's in the studio with us from the Cricket Academy, Young Cricket Academy here in Dubai. Fahad, आपको क्या लगता है? Do you think wicket keepers का भी नाम चल रहा है, क्योंकि you're one player who bats, who bowls and keeps the wicket as well?
देखें कि जितना विकेट कीपर्स का ये गेम प्ले होता है, तो जैसे कि पाकिस्तान टीम में इस तरह टाइम पे 3 विकेट कीपर लेके गया हुआ है, तो जब वहाँ पे एक बैट्समैन वो लोग शॉर्ट हैं इस तरीके से, जो एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर हो, जो लुक ओवर करे टीम को आगे लेके चले, तो आई थिंक वो चीज से काफी शॉर्ट है उस चीज को लेके.
Well, it's very clear that the team is unbalanced when you look at the Pakistan team. Tanmay, do you think the pressure is on India because they are crowd favorite, they are everybody's favorite, and they are also going on a good form? Tanmay Mishra.
They will always be under pressure. When you've got 1.4 billion people in India and about 1 billion outside India wanting you to win, only an Indian cricketer realizes the sort of pressure he's under. And the fact that in the last 4-5 years, they've been playing regularly good cricket. Whenever they've come up against Pakistan, if you look at it, head to head, apart from that one game in UAE where they lost, they've had the better of Pakistan. So they will go into this game as favorites, but I've always maintained, India-Pakistan game, on the day, how you play matters.
Well, absolutely, Tanmay. Well, that's all we had time for. You're joined live by various players who played alongside the international teams who are playing in right now. Well, this is Sunil Yashkala signing off on the Cricit Predicta show on NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.